Alright, so I'm gonna concentrate, so I'm not gonna, it's too much for me just to turn on, turn off the camera each time I'm doing some procedure. But I'm gonna of course show the end result, and the idea is to cut something like this. Maybe it's gonna rest on here, because I understand the suspension is a moving part. This, and maybe this, and then this. So basically we are building a frame, and we have 3 bolts over here that we can play with. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm 3 days of work, but finally I'm done with this side basket, and right now I'm just experimenting what goes in there and if it's sufficient size for me. This bag, I have a metal detector, shovels, all the digging tools. It's quite heavy. I would say maybe 14 pounds, maybe something around there. But I know it fits. It fit earlier. Yep. There you go. So there are some leftover room. Of course I would have to probably just organize it better inside. This way. You can even go on the top if you have something underneath here. And the main thing, my regular backpack that I usually carry on my back, and that's the whole reason why I built this. So I just come from work, put my backpack in here, and go. That's it. Let's take a closer look. Alright, so originally I had these saddlebags on each side, and I wanted to find a solution because they were kind of sinking too close to the wheel. And it all started with just building or fabricating this metal bar, which now the bag just sits on, so it's not going anywhere. And this bar is just fastened by 2 screws. One is up there, one is over here. The original screws from the Honda. The frame, I used 2 different thickness of steel wire or a rod, I don't know what you call them, and just welded, bent, welded, used the torch to bend the wire. It's really easy. Once it's red hot, it just bends like a noodle. And then a little bit of fencing material to just accidental, the straps from the bag, just wanted to cover this. Nothing fancy. And yeah, you have to watch out for this shock absorber that it would clear. And the main thing is it does have to be bent a little bit upwards because the suspension travel is quite long. So even this part here was potentially hitting this. So not even talking about this extra part here. So I bent so that the basket sits a little bit off center. Same thing here. This bar here also kind of clears the chain guard. And just as an added sturdiness, I also put the little strap here. So this is just attaching the basket extra to the frame, but it's not really needed because it is really sturdy. It's not going anywhere. And design wise, no, I did not use any deep thinking designing this. I just, maybe the first couple of welds that I put on here was planned, and then I just went by eye, and wherever this project would take me, I would go. And this is it. I can't wait to go traveling now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Bye bye.